Netflix is officially buying Warner Brothers. We're going to see what it is that Cosmic Wonder has to say about this. Don't forget to check out his link in the description for the original video. And guys, this is a brand new superhero reaction channel. Subscribe. I'm separating all my reactions to this channel and just talking about Superman on the other one. So let's find out what's going on.
Netflix has officially won the bidding war for
Warner
Brothers Discovery.
Is that good? Put it in the comments.
They are entering exclusive deal talks now, but Warner Brothers has went with Netflix. So
they've gone with Netflix. They've gone with Netflix. Now, it's possible it might not go through, but the fact that they went with Netflix says a lot about possibilities, and I want you to put those possibilities in the comments.
If it all works out, in which it should.
It might not,
Netflix is going to own Warner Bros. Discovery, specifically as far as our fandom is concerned. They're going to get HBO Max, and they are going to get DC Studios. So
okay, that's a really good point. And I want to know, is there other parts of Warner Brothers they're not getting? Put it in the comments, because I'm not really sure. You know, I'm not real big on what company owns what. But the fact that they're going to have access to DC, I like that he's got Superman and Lois on there. That's a really good show. You know, can you imagine? What if they were like, hey, we like that show. We want to do Superman and Lois season 5. You know what I mean? Which I know the show didn't end in such a way that would make that extremely easy. But come on, there's a lot of stories to tell in between, right?
This obviously is incredibly impactful. It's not only impactful for DC Studios, but it's just the whole market of streaming is definitely going to be impacted. Now, this is coming from Deadline. Very reputable, giant trade company.
I like that he pointed out they're reputable. I've used Cosmic Book Movie News for the last time. You guys hate Cosmic Book. Is it movie? Is that what it is? Yeah, y'all hate that one. So I will not be using that one. Deadline, if that's okay with y'all, I'll use Deadline.
And the title of their article reads, Netflix wins bidding war for Warner Bros. Discovery will start exclusive deal talks. The first paragraph reads, Netflix has emerged victorious with what appears to be the highest and so far the winning bid for Warner Bros. Discovery. Deadline has learned and will start exclusive talks to find.
Do y'all know how much that is? I can't remember exactly. I think it's $72 billion. Can you imagine? I mean, Netflix, it wasn't long ago, guys. Netflix was just like this little company that even Blockbuster was like, I'm not going to buy that fad. No way. And now Netflix is like, yeah, we want Warner Brothers. You know, it's like, what has happened in the past 20 years? It's crazy.
Finalize a deal. This caps a tumultuous day that saw Paramount move aggressively to counter the giant streamer.
Tumultuous.
And seal a deal of its own
not well read.
For WBD. Now, right away, let me know what you think about Netflix.
Yeah, I really do want to know what you think about Netflix getting them, guys, because not everybody's going to be happy about that. Some of y'all are going to be like, oh, the Snyderverse is going to be taking over. And some of y'all are going to be like, oh, I hope not. And, you know, I mean, I really do want to know what you think. I'd be okay with seeing some Snyderverse. I really would. You know, it would not bother me. But I'd also like to see where James Gunn goes. Most importantly, I would like to see them finish something DC. Finish it. You know, don't leave us hanging. They left us hanging with, you know, the Snyderverse. They left us hanging with Superman Returns. They're always leaving us hanging. You know, Lois and Clark. It's always hanging.
Getting Warner Bros. Discovery, because I've seen a lot of comments about this. Some wanted Paramount Skydance, some wanted Comcast because they're Universal, some wanted Netflix. And there's been a lot of talk about Snyderverse stuff and what is going to happen to James Gunn. And that is kind of our primary concern at this channel, at least for me, because I still am really excited about the new DCU.
Me too.
I can't say I fully enjoyed all of the movies that came from the old DCU, but I did love Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yes.
And I absolutely loved Ben Affleck as Batman.
Okay, let me chime in here, though. I liked Henry Cavill as Superman, but I never felt like I truly got to see what Henry Cavill would have done with Superman. Am I right? Like, I feel like he was under the direction of something that he wasn't quite on board with. We see little things like that, how he fought for the trunks. We didn't get the trunks, you know what I mean? So there was stuff that he fought for that didn't happen. I think that his Superman probably is a little bit more kind. Probably some of the stuff that we saw in the, is it Joss Whedon cut of Justice League? Is that who did that? He probably was part of the reason why they did some of those opening scenes and stuff where he's like smiling and talking with kids and all that. That's not really something you get out of his Superman much. And I feel like I would like to see Henry Cavill's Superman finally under direction of somebody besides Zack Snyder. Not to knock Zack Snyder, but just because I think he's hiding something in there, man. He's the biggest Superman fan that's ever played the character, I would argue.
Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen.
Yes, I do mean over Christopher Reeve.
It's going to revert. We've actually heard a few things. We're not sure how true they are.
Yeah, of course.
Because no one really knows what's happening internally. But one thing that we did hear is that Netflix did say they are going to keep theatrical releases, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Obviously, Warner Bros. Has a ton of massive properties. They have Harry Potter, Game of Thrones. There's a ton that they have. And they have everything from DC.
The reason that's important is because those of you that are saying that, the Gunverse is dead, they're making it pretty clear. They ain't going to... They even said that they were going to... I did this video on my other channel. I can't remember exactly what I said. But they're going to, like, make sure that the strength that they have, they increase on that. So Superman was one of their biggest, income things. Well, it made a lot of money. You can argue on the income part, but $600 million is nothing to sneeze at. So they may focus on the strengths and get $600 million while making a lot of money as well.
So a lot of fans were really worried that if Netflix got Warner Brothers Discovery, nothing would hit theaters. Right? I want to go see a Justice League movie in the theaters. I don't want it to just come out on streaming, right?
Justice Gang.
I enjoy, and I think a lot of people do as well, the movie theater experience. I enjoy the popcorn, the soda, going to it, getting a group of friends going and watching it on a giant screen for the first time.
Yep.
I think a lot of people enjoy that as well. Don't get me wrong. I know there's people out there who would rather just it come to streaming first and
No, put it in the comments. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer the theater experience or do you prefer the streaming? I like both. It depends on my mood. Sometimes it's the end of the day. I don't want to get ready and go out and see people. And sometimes all I can do is get enough, like social time and other people and laughing with people. There's no one here. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes you need that. You know what I'm saying?
Watch it, right? It's cheaper if you have a lot of people in your family and you have a lot of friends come over. I totally get it. For me personally, I like to go to the theaters. And I want to see the new DCU in theaters.
For sure.
So that was a big concern, but Netflix says they're going to keep that theatric release.
Yeah.
They're going to keep that going. And this is going to be pretty big for Netflix because now they just have, one, an entire other streaming service. They're going to have HBO Max. And two, theater.
It will be cool to see what a successful streaming service like Netflix is able to do with HBO Max. That's going to be cool.
Theaters isn't something they, typically do. Sure, they do things like they put K-pop Demon Hunters in theaters, Stranger Things, the finale is going to be in theaters, but they've never done big theatrical releases before. So this is going to be new. But what happens to James Gunn? That's what people want to know. Well, we've heard...
Just start typing. I hear the typing already. I can hear
some reports that whoever would win is going to keep James Gunn on board and just basically continue.
Wait. What do you say?
Reports that whoever people want to know. Well, we've heard some reports that whoever would win is going to keep James Gunn on board and just basically continue the DCU.
Have y'all heard that? I haven't, paid, I guess, enough attention. Is that what's kind of like the deal is like whoever wins, you got to keep James? Is that kind of the deal?
It's a report that we've heard, but at the same time,
reports can't be relied on. You cannot rely on these reports. All kinds of crazy stuff happens.
It's really hard to tell if all of the companies who are bidding all agreed to do that, right?
Right.
Now, it would make sense because it just started. They just had Superman. We're about to have Supergirl. We're going to get Clayface. Lanterns is coming.
I am excited about Supergirl. And as soon as that trailer drops, I'm also going to drop on my other channel. I'll drop my trailer reaction and I will drop on my other channel my review of this. This channel will strictly be reaction videos, so make sure you subscribe if you like my reaction videos and you miss them. This is where they're going to be now, guys. This is where they're going to be.
Up, the trailer was shown. Apparently, the trailer was really good. People really liked it. And they have a lot upcoming. And yeah, I think the smartest move would be just to see how that pans out, right? Clearly, there's a giant plan.
I don't think that's the smartest way to put it, but yeah, I agree that they've already invested a lot into it. They need to see this investment through. And like they said, Netflix said, build on the strengths.
And in place for DC Studios. James Gunn, some people think he's the man. Some people think he wasn't the man for the job.
He's correct.
But so far, it hasn't been bad. No, Superman didn't do $1 billion. But if you look at the previous Superman films, this new Superman actually did pretty well. And according to some reports from Forbes, it made money, which is what the studios want. And it's the beginning, right? It's the new beginning. We're going to get Batman. We're going to get a new Wonder Woman, a Justice League film. There's a lot that's going to come from this. And I think Netflix will look at that, or just any company in general, I think would look at that and just, you know, say, okay, yeah, I mean, you're doing your thing. We're going to continue to let you do your thing. Now, I will address this, but I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I think it's a small chance that this happens, but there has been a lot of Snyderverse stuff going on.
A lot.
And Zack Snyder's been posting like a lot of photos.
Yep.
You know, from...
I got a video on that on my other channel if you want to check it out, Kryptonite Korner.
From his Snyderverse, pretty much. He's been posting a lot recently, and a lot of people have been speculating. There's no reports about this, but they've been speculating that, you know, he's very close with Netflix. You know, he did his Rebel Moon movies, and although they weren't that good, he's...
It's not a bad speculation, guys. It's not a bad speculation. He just said it. He's very close with Netflix. He's been posting a lot of this stuff recently. Why he's been doing it, I don't know. But, I mean, it's not a bad speculation.
It's close with Netflix.
It's really not.
And people were speculating, well, maybe if Netflix gets Warner Brothers and DC Studios, they'll restore the Snyderverse. They'll put James Gunn back, and they'll want...
I don't know if that's the right phraseology. We might see some of the Snyderverse. I don't know if restore it is the right phraseology, because restore it sounds like, okay, gonna start making Snyder movies again. I don't know. You may see like a series on, you know, Cyborg or something. I don't know if it would be Cyborg. You can put in the comments reasons why I don't think it would be. But you know, or cameos, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
Bring that back. I don't really see how that happens.
He's trying to be so careful. He's like, I don't want the Snyderverse people jumping on my back, dude. I feel you. It's great. Like, both sides, Gunn, Snyder, I don't really care about directors, and both sides attack me like crazy. It's just, it's fun. I love Superman a lot, as you can't tell. And, you know, to hear people so passionate about their Superman, I like it. It brings me hope, you know, kind of like it's like it's supposed to.
I just don't really see that being a good business move. One, it would be really confusing, right? We previously had the old universe, and then, you know, it's a new one, and then we're going to go back to the old one. And then that's like, okay, would all of the people who are important even come back? Right? Could you get Henry Cavill back as Superman? Would Ben Affleck
at 43 years old
return as Batman?
At older than that.
Would Gal Gadot return as Wonder Woman? And she's been getting
also
kind
older.
of a lot of hate recently for her acting. So would people want her to return?
She has been getting a lot of hate for her acting. I never had a problem with her acting. All of a sudden, since like Snow White or something, or maybe it's the Palestine-Israel thing. I don't know. But like, people get blinded by stuff. I think she's a good actress. She doesn't have a good accent. You know, it's her English can be difficult sometimes. But no, I think she's a good actress. I really do.
Right. There's like, you know, The Flash, right?
Hate is blinding.
Ezra Miller, there's been a lot of, you know, controversy around him as well. So there's a lot of things that I think really...
I like him too. I think he's fun too. But do I think he's a person in real life I'd want to hang out with? No. No, he's a sorry piece of crap. But, or he was. I don't know how he's doing now. But, like, I liked the Flash movie. I'm one of those people that went and saw it and was like, yeah, there's some crummy CGI and stuff, but this is entertaining. I especially liked the Back to the Future references. That's legit. I like that.
Would be really hard to restore the Snyderverse. And again, the new DCU has a plan laid out. And a lot of people do trust in James Gunn.
That's true. A lot of people do.
I think that's most likely what's going to happen.
One of them are my friends.
We don't know for sure. Nobody knows for sure. What we know right now is Warner Brothers has won, according to Deadline. They state Netflix offered around $28 a share for Warner Brothers Discovery, according to sources, mostly in cash. And we did hear that. We did hear that most of their offer, the previous ones were already for like a majority cash.
That is comforting. As somebody who has owned a business, who runs a few YouTube channels, Cash is king, guys. A lot of people run off of debt. Businesses run off of debt. If this is a cash, I didn't know this. This is a cash offer. That says that Netflix has been doing something right, which isn't surprising. It's Netflix. But to be able to run off of cash and not need... Now, using debt is different than needing debt. Using debt can be smart. But being able to have the cash to do stuff like this shows a tremendous acumen for business. Is that right? I don't know. I'm not very vocabularistic.
It's been a fast-moving auction and one that will reshape the entertainment landscape dramatically. That it will.
I believe.
Warner Brothers Discovery put itself on the block in October to open up the process after receiving 3 consecutive offers from Paramount. Warner has hoped to get a deal in place by mid to late December. So they're trying to move fast on this.
We're there.
Trying to move really fast on this. So it's looking like this is going to happen pretty soon. Like the ownership is going to transfer really, really soon.
Yeah.
Right? Like a couple of weeks.
It could. I don't think it
A couple of weeks here.
But
when they say mid to late December. So this month.
But again, the cash offer thing has a big effect on how fast stuff will go through as well. A major effect. You don't even have to worry about financing. They've got what they need to do what they got to do.
If everything goes according to plan,
that's simple.
That's what's going to happen. So they also did say Netflix would acquire Warner Brothers Studios and HBO Max streaming assets. Paramount's offer was for all of Warner Brothers Discovery. So it doesn't seem like Netflix gets everything. They only bid for Warner Bros. Studios and HBO Max, which is also DC Studios. And they say Bloomberg is reporting that Netflix offered a $5 billion breakup fee if the deal fails to close. So that could be for either side, right? If Netflix backs out, they got to pay $5 billion. Okay. If Warner Brothers backs out, they got to pay $5 billion. So
that makes sense.
They can back out. It's a hefty fee, a lot of money, hefty fee.
My dog.
But it does seem like it's all in place. And according to this report, Warner Bros. Is like, ready to go. Let's get everything done. Let's sign everything. Cross the T's, dot the I's. And yeah, and honestly, since it seems really official now, obviously, since they've accepted the bid and they're just working out the details now, the sooner the...
It's official, but things, can fall through.
Better, so we can actually see what's going on, how they're going to run everything, right? What happens to DC Studios? What happens to HBO Max?
I'm excited.
What happens with everything?
I'm excited.
Right? So the sooner they finalize everything, the sooner we're going to start to get information on everything that is happening. But this is big.
I don't know what's happening.
This is indeed going to change the industry. And actually, Paramount, it goes on to say later on in this article,
Netflix already changed the industry once before. This is big. He's right. I don't know if people get how big this is. This is big. Netflix went from being something, like I said, Blockbuster laughed at, which was huge. And, for buying them or whatever, they had a chance to get them for like $50 million. And now they're buying Warner Brothers Discovery for $72 billion. Like, this is big.
Paramount goes on to say...
They know what they're doing.
Well, first of all, it seems like they're very bitter, right? They put a lot of bids in for Warner Brothers Discovery and they didn't get it. And, they claim that, some people were being unfair and they're saying that, Netflix, since it's the biggest streamer, them acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery actually might not sit too well. And, they might not let them do it because
that's crazy that they can do that. I mean, I guess, you got to make sure that the little man can still win too sometimes. I don't know.
It might be too much.
You can put your opinions on that in the comments.
A conglomerate. They might own too much. Might have too much of a monopoly of the industry.
It's true.
But as of right now, this seems to be it. And who knows what's in store? I would like to think that probably James Gunn just stays put and Netflix says, keep doing what you're doing.
We'll
likely. Assess.
Now, the keep doing what you're doing part might change, okay? That doesn't mean that they'll cancel the movies that are already, like Supergirl's made, but it does mean that things like Man of Tomorrow, they may sit down and be like, listen, this isn't going to fly, this isn't a wise business move, or it may be, I don't know.
In a few years, if it starts to go terribly bad, they'll assess and they'll figure out what to do from there. But it happened. Let me know what you think about it. It's big. This
Agreed,
is really
guys.
big. I mean, they're going to get Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, DC Studios. They're going to get so much. They're gonna get so much. So let me know.
I'd love to see Dumbledore take down Superman. I mean, I love Superman, obviously, but I feel like with all that magic, I'd like to see what Dumbledore could
thoughts
do.
In the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because if we hear anything else about this,
of course, those possibilities are already still there, just no one's doing them.
We'll do a ton of updates on it. The more we hear, the more we find out, and of course, try to update on what's going to happen to DC Studios. So be sure.
All right, well, thanks, Cosmic Wonder. I appreciate it, guys. Brand new reaction channel, superhero reaction channel. Subscribe, like the video, share it to your friends, comment, tell me what you think about me separating these from my old channel, Kryptonite Korner, which I'm still going to post just Superman stuff on Kryptonite Korner. But if you want superhero reaction stuff, this is the one to go to. Because also, put what you want me to do in the comments, what you want me to react to. Start putting them down there. Peace.